Alrighty, welcome Boardroom Gamers. Today I'm going to be unboxing Eldritch Horror because I'm probably going to be playing this solo tonight for my Solo Play Mondays. So hopefully you can check that out tonight, 8:30 Eastern Time. Solo Play Mondays coming at you with Eldritch Horror by Fantasy Flight Games. So I've taken the shrink wrap off, I've taken the box top off. Let's take a look at the art of the box top. Super horrific. Machine gun versus tentacles. Typical Cthulhu fare, if you will. Anyhow, that's Eldritch Horror. We're going to take a look at what's inside. So you've got rulebook, of course. Everybody loves a rulebook. It's just a rulebook. To go through this and figure out what the solo rules are, and well, the regular rules, and then how they change for the solo rules. So that's the rule book. Now the thing I noticed here with the reference guide, it says stop. It says read the rule book before reading this document. After reading the rule book, players are ready to play their first game. As questions arise, players should reference this guide instead of the rule book. So anyhow, that's a glossary of terms, lots of terms in this game. That was all the glossary. Frequently asked questions. And then the index here in the back. So hopefully that's going to be of some help. Icon reference here. Breakdown of the phases there. So that's going to be helpful. All right, getting into the meat of this mess. Let me move this aside here. We got the punch outs. Don't forget your proof of purchase. It's not completely punched out if you don't punch out your proof of purchase. So we've got the shrink wrap to deal with here. Take that foul shrink wrap beast. Okay. Clue tokens. I remember those from previous games. I believe these are rumor tokens. Health tokens here. These are your different abilities. Let's see. There's strength. Looks like a diplomacy. I know this is lore, investigation, and mind, mental, maybe. There's a mental token here. So these are ship and train tickets. From what I understand, they let you move extra spaces along the ship and train routes. Here's your investigators here. Start punching some of them out, see if I get any hangers. They're punching out really well, so I got no hangers off of the investigators. Clue tokens are a little bit smaller. Well, that one wasn't too easy to punch out, but they're not going too bad. I'll punch out a few of those. On the back of these, by the way, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, there are numbers that coincide with the location on the board. Come on, you can see the number. Well, it's a number 2, like the pencil. There. So that's how you know where they go when you deploy a clue token. So lots of stuff to punch out there. These are monster tokens. Here, and then these here with a little cutout, and they're kind of orange instead of white. These are epic monsters. They don't go in the monster cup. Monster cup is basically a way to randomize which monsters come out on the board. They sit off to the side. They only come out, I think, with events or effects or things like that. They're actually summoned to the board, where these are random, so you never know which one you're going to get there. Punch some of these out. Not getting any hangers on these, so that's exciting. One of the things I noticed, even the tokens have a linen finish on them, which is really nice. And they make a really satisfying sound, by the way. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can, and it satisfies. I'll just finish punching out the epic monsters here so I can set them aside. I got to bag all this stuff up and get it sorted for tonight's gameplay. Punch out the rest of these regular monsters. Oh, the ones in the middle. How do you punch out the ones in the middle? Sometimes I just give it a poke, but my fingers only reach so far. This is the active destination token, or active exploration token, or something like that. Basically, it floats around to different areas on the map, which we'll see when we open up the game board, but I don't know what the effect of it is, other than you get to, here's some health tokens. you get to explore or solve a mystery or something at that location. Here's some more boat tickets. And this is fully punched, and get rid of that. This is like the Doom tracker. It goes at the top of the board. When I open up the board, I'll show you a few of these components, but that's what that does. Lets you know how close you are to awakening the Elder One, or the Elder One? I think they're Elder Ones. Ancient Ones, yeah. I believe these are gates that you have to put out during certain events. Gates to the other world, because there are things called otherworld events. So, and they have locations on the back side. Like this one's for Sydney, London. Come on, London, be a pal. So they have locations on the back. A bunch more mental and health tokens, and these are Doom tokens, I believe. As I was checking out the rules, I saw a lot of similarities between some of the tokens they used here and the tokens they used in the living card game. So I did play the living card game for a little while, and a lot of people love it. I didn't mind it so much. I was trying to really understand the random bag of attack. You know, you reach your hand in a bag or a box, and you pull out a token, and it told you how well you did on your attack or how well you didn't do on your attack. But I am looking forward to tonight's playthrough of this. I'm just going to use the person they suggest. Oh, hey. Thanks, Kiwi Koi. Punching out the Doom tokens. We'll get to the big bad board here in a minute. Get the rest of these health tokens. I guess I should go back to that other token sprue and punch out the rest of these, but they're coming out really good. There's no hangers, and what I consider a hanger, if you haven't checked out some of my other videos, is when the piece gets hung up or hangs on the board here, and it rips the picture off the token. It's a sad day when that happens. Like the whole day is sad, not just the game piece. It's like raining indoors. All right, so this one's fully punched. Let's go back to this guy. These are all separate. I hope I have enough bags for these. If I don't, I have extra bags if the game doesn't come with enough. We'll find out in a minute. Clue tokens. Punch these out. Now see, a couple of these clue tokens are hanging. I just hope they don't rip. It doesn't bother me if they hang, like terrible pieces of cheese when you grate the cheese and it gets stuck underneath. See here? So it came off without, it actually comes off pretty easy. It doesn't rip. So kudos to their die punch machine, because the game piece did not rip. Another hero, or investigator rather. Rumor tokens. Question mark token. I have no idea what that big green question mark token is. It's a secret to everybody. Let's see. Tickets. Try to fast pop some of these out. You know, only got a couple that hung on there. So, tickets to ride, huh? See what I did there? That was a Days of Wonder reference that if you're watching this, you more than likely got. Okay, now the ability tokens. Dun, 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 dun. And yes, you have to make noise when you punch them out. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that one's a tough one. I had to poke that like 5 times and it still wouldn't come out. Okay, they are coming out now though. Look at all these danglies. It's like somebody's little dealer-boppers on a dashboard. But I got them. They all came off nice and easy. Except that one. That one's really stuck on there. And last but not least, proof of purchase. Totally punched. Okay. Ability tokens, we'll set them to the side. Game board. Beautiful artwork. So, game board. Oh, this is going to be big. I should probably move some stuff around because it's a big game board. And again, it's 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is my live playthrough on Solo Play Mondays. Every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully you can tune in and check that out. How big is this game board? Wow. Okay, whoa. More room. More room, ladies and gentlemen. Holy smokes. Better move like all of this stuff. I have a handy dandy tray. Check this out. If you don't have one of these, you totally should. I use this as a component tray. Other people use it for nacho cheese, salsa, and other dips. I use it for components because it makes it for a cleaner table and easier to get to some of this stuff. And if you have more components that fit in the 4 slots, you can combine some. So like, I would combine health and sanity tokens because they do pretty much the same thing. When you take damage, you either take damage to your sanity or damage to your health, so they can just be in the same one. That way I can put the Doom tokens all in one. The Clue tokens in the same as the Doom tokens. Now, as far as the game goes, you have to put the Clue tokens face down, like shuffled face down in a pile. But I'd like to think that you could close your eyes and kind of just do one of these numbers and pull one out and put it on the board, that kind of thing. Maybe. I do have, for the Monster Cup though, since we're talking about randomization, check out this Cthulhu silk bag for the monster tokens, because they come up randomly. Put them in here. Get in there, monsters. Two-handed slam dunk. Oh, 2 got away. So now they're all in there. More travel tickets. Rumor tokens can go with the travel tickets. And I don't know what this. So then the last component will be the ability upgrade tokens can go in the 4th slot. And I have all the components in this awesome tray. These are the gates. They go on the board. And these are the investigators. So you only put on the board what investigators that you'll have. Okay, now I think I have room for the game board. Let's find out. Set that on the ledge. Set these off to the side. And let's unfold this thing. Monster tokens go away. I'm not ready for you yet. Okay. Yee-haw. Big board. Let's see here. Slide it into view, the whole thing. So really the only thing you can't see is the bank loan spot here. And the reserve, this is where cards show up that you can purchase, I believe. Locations are noted all around. Up here is a omens track. And then this is the Ancient One Awakens track. So I talked about this little circle piece. And it goes around there. That's the number 15 spot. Can't really see it. Let me see if I can tip the camera down a little bit. There you go. You can see the numbers now. So that's on the 15 spot, depending on which monster you pick to play against. Okay, so there's the board as it is. What else comes in this game? There's some dice. Every game needs dice if it has dice in it. Six, a 1, and a 1. I think I should throw these 2 away. 5 and 6 in this game is a success. And anything else is not. Oh, there's 4 dice. This one's so-so. Okay, these are for your standees, for your investigators. Like this guy, Trumpets McTrumperton. He's playing the trumpet. Come on now, show everybody your trumpet. Or we have Sleepy McDream Lady. She looks like she's sleeping. You also have Stop in the Name of Love. And let's do one more here. Blonde Zachary Quinto. So you get the idea. There's, ooh, I'll do one more. Shuri. I'm sure you've seen Black Panther. So, anyhow, here's your investigators, and they go around investigating. The object of the game is to solve 3 missions, or 3 mysteries, by the way. That's what we are, is investigating mysteries. Here's a bag of Fantasy Flight's very famous mini cards. They are small in nature, miniature, if you will. Lightning Gun, Sword of St. Jerome, Cults des Ghouls, Necronomicon, Flute of the Outer Gods. Okay, gotta know. What does the Flute of the Outer Gods look like? That's what a Flute of the Outer Gods would look like if you had such a flute. Gatebox, Glass of Mortland, Grotesque Statue, Migo, Brain Case. It's like a brain in a jar type of thing. So lots of these. I think these are like a certain type of item. I think the back of this card means that it's an ancient item or a relic item or something. These are normal items. Cat Burglar is an ally. There's some allies. There are many allies. Items. So this is the item deck with that back on it. Then there are, I know there are spells. What are these? Oh, I read about these. So there's some cards in the game that you get, but you don't reveal the back until you resolve it or fail to resolve it. So I don't want to flip those over. Or I can flip them over to get to the end of them, but I don't want to read them because it'll spoil what does or doesn't happen to me. Okay. In purple, I believe, are spells. So yeah, these are all spells. Shriveling, Clairvoyance, Mists of Rela, Wither. What else do we have here? Flesh, Ward. It's hard with this autofocus. It's like, do I get it right there? I guess I got to get it right up there. But anyhow, great art. Icon reference cards that you can just throw on the table because you dropped one. Icon reference cards for all the players. Oh, look at here. Let's see if I can make this happen. Icon reference for one player. Flip it over. Icon reference, 2 players. Don't know why the icons would be different. Come on, there. 7 players. So I don't know why they're all different for icon references for the number of players, but they're in here anyway for your icon reference pleasure. All right, that's the mini cards. What else is in here? Here are the baddies. These are the, well, the baddies and the goodies. Okay. Let me move my seat a little bit. As a thought. So this is the guy the game says you should start playing with, and he's going to start on the 15. And you do any setup. So here's like a setup rule here. Place 1 Eldritch token on the green space of the Omen track. I don't know where the Omen track is, but I'll find it. Oh, Omen track is this way up here in the corner. There's 4, and there's a green comet, so I guess we place one on the green comet. Anyway, Azathoth is who I'm fighting tonight, so we'll get a super in-depth view of him later. Yog-Sothoth is another one. You got Shub, Niggurath, right there. And you got Cthulhu, the one, the only, Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Make sure you pronounce that second H. Then you've got all the investigators and their special abilities, their health, their stats, the cards they start with, etc. Okay, so we've unboxed the baddies and the goodies. Now, the game comes with a ton of cards, like not a metric ton, but a figurative speech ton. These are exploration cards, and they'll have a picture that coincides. Let me find one that you can see. Here we go. Let me just do one card. See this card? When this card is on the top of the deck, focus on the card. When this card is on top of the deck, this is the place it's referring to. See? That's where, and I mentioned this a little earlier, this exploration token will go here if this card is on top of the deck. Then you resolve this card, and then the next card shows up on top of the deck. And so if it's this one, you find the corresponding picture and you put it there. That's how you know there's a mystery or something to be solved wherever this moves around. And it moves around by whatever picture's on top of the exploration deck. I don't know what a lot of these other cards are, or I don't remember. I did read through the rules, but there's so many cards. These look similar in nature, just different colors. These look bad. I wonder what kind of card this is called. World Fights Back, Support of the Church. These look like some type of event cards. Don't know if they get shuffled or how many get shuffled or what. But I'll find out before tonight. One more bag of things, and it's more cards. Which, by the way, there were not any extra bags for the tokens, so I have to go into my bag of extra bags. Here are some gate cards. Those I recognize. Otherworld cards, sorry. These look like... Oh, these are the Elder Ones cards that match the one you're fighting, because they have the pictures of the dudes on them. So, oh, wait, these are their specific cards, and then these are all the same picture, so they must be the generic cards. Okay, and we have some more. They have little clues on them. And then some more of these cards that have the sights on them, which are these. So that's it. That's all the stuff you get. Lots of cards, lots of tokens, lots of investigators to choose from. I don't know how many I get when I play as a single player, so I have to learn those rules. I don't know if I control one guy or many. Stack of dream tokens there, or dream gates. Cards to match. Bag full of monsters. Some spells. Some items. Some stuff. And epic monsters. And don't forget, extra stands for the rest of the investigators. That'll wrap up the unboxing. I guess it'll unwrap the unboxing. Thanks for taking some time to watch this, and I hope you can tune in tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for a solo play of Eldritch Horror. Take care, everyone.